want to introduce you to our new series called Podcast of the Month. And we're going to sift through all the podcast charts and recommendations, true crime, comedy, news, bring you what's the best out there. And we're going to kick it off with this. The name of this podcast is Black Man Can't Jump in Hollywood. This is a comedic podcast hosted by three friends who review films with leading actors of color. They analyze them through the lens of race and diversity in Hollywood. So check this out.
I liked the fact that they were able to contain this somehow, and it was like, oh yeah, the zombie wars, and it was treated as if it was this thing, this horrible thing that happened, but then everybody else is going about their day, kind of.
What you mean?
It's over now.
Wait, Brett, are you talking about because that doesn't exist in real life? You saying a very tragic, scary event happened on American soil, and then maybe a month or two later, people are like, "Huh, we're fine with it. We don't want to investigate or care about it." Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
Y'all are laughing at yourselves listening to you here, man. There they are, the hosts, Jonathan Braylock, Jerron Milligan, and James III. Fellas, good to have you all here. And you're not just having fun with and poking fun at some movies here. Let me start with you, Jerron. You're actually putting some of these movies through the ringer of their failures when it comes to race.
We like to talk about movies in just the context of does it help. Sometimes we talk about movies that Hollywood loves that actually doesn't make black people look good. They like to pat themselves on the back, and we like to say, calm down for a second. You could do better. That's our job.
So Jonathan, to that point there could be a movie that's a huge hit that might even make an actor, a person of color, a huge star, but it could be doing damage to the community when it comes to perceptions and stereotypes. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that is fair. I mean, it's no mystery that there are stereotypes in Hollywood, and there are certain roles that, for instance, the Academy might, show hey, if a black person plays a slave, you won't get nominated for an Oscar, And it's okay, it's not like we can't tell some of those stories. When those are the only stories we get to tell, when it's only a servant or a maid, or the magical Negro character, as we like to talk about, that becomes a problem. So that's one of the things we discuss on our podcast.
And James, he said it there somewhat jokingly, but these are conversations that me and a lot of black folks around me always have. You got you got an Oscar nomination, but you had to be the housemaid. Now, how do you, in doing the podcast now, do you find yourself unable to watch a movie without putting it through a critical lens? Are you always a critic in this way now?
Absolutely. I love the Marvel movies, for instance, and I want to just watch them, and I just want to watch superheroes beating up supervillains. That's all I want to do. I want to watch that. But we watched Infinity War, and at the end of Infinity War, the final battle takes place in Wakanda, and we had to talk about what are the ramifications of seeing a bunch of black bodies being obliterated at the end of this movie. And I just want to enjoy it. I want to have a good time.
No, you make a very good point, man. A very good point. So, Gerard, let me get back to you. Do you have other examples? Well, for all of you, you might have a great example out there of a movie that maybe other people outside of our community might see one way, but then might be kind of difficult for us to watch. Does anything, a good example come to mind, or maybe something you all have actually reviewed?
Why are you doing this to me? Okay, no. I am on the podcast scared of getting canceled every week. I'm trying to work, okay? Yes, there are other problems. Sometimes there are movies where a black person has to learn about Sam Cooke and has to be taught how to eat fried chicken. Or, you may have to go to the bathroom, right? But then the bathroom's super far away and they play super happy music while you run to the bathroom, which is not cool. Right. It's not cool.
To be clear, he's talking about
No. I'm not saying names.
No, that's what he said.
No. I'm just saying certain movies, it'd be a white person there like, oh, you never had fried chicken before.
Yeah, you said best picture winner.
I'm not saying that. So yes, there are movies that people love and that win awards, and we love the actors in them, but then it kind of feels sad because, like Bray was saying, Black folk always get certain parts, and these are the kind of parts we have to take to get the Academy's attention. And it's kind of sad because these are our elite. Our elite actors have to do these parts that we know they're better than, but they got to do it to get on. That's why I'm very happy for like Will Smith and people like that who can play.
Fellas, it is great. We want folks to know it's called Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood. It's available everywhere that you can find a podcast. Jonathan James and Gerard, I don't want you to get canceled, brother. I want you working. I need to help you out there. Do not cancel Gerard, okay, because of the question. But no, you all are having conversations a lot of us have. So this has been really cool. Congrats, fellas, and good to have you here, all right?
Thanks for having us on.
And this programming note, be sure to check out season 2 of the ABC Audible podcast, Life Out Loud with LZ Granderson. Timely LGBTQ plus conversations with celebrity guests like Margaret Cho, Gabrielle Union, and so many others.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.